So The Watchers is the directorial debut of Ishana Shyamalan, who is, as you may have guessed, one of M Night Shyamalan's children. In the film, we follow a group of 4 strangers, one of whom is portrayed by Dakota Fanning, as they're in this room within a forest as they're being watched by, you guessed who, The Watchers. Before I continue on today's review, I just wanted to say welcome to my channel, everybody. For those of you who are coming by my channel for the very first time, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you do not miss any future videos, whether it's a future review, a future reaction with other future videos coming your way, and join me on my journey to 10K subscribers and beyond, because believe me when I say this, guys, I have a lot of cool shit coming your way. You're not going to want to miss what's coming your way. And for those of you who are coming back to my channel, welcome back. You have no idea how fucking happy I am to see your faces once again. Alrighty guys, so let's get into The Watchers.
Excellent!
This was a movie that the moment I saw the trailer to this movie, I was immediately interested. I mean, just the concept, the ideas, and the fact that this was the directorial debut of one of M Night Shyamalan's daughters, Ishana Shyamalan, who I know has been a second unit director on his previous 2 films, like Knock at the Cabin and Old. Whenever a first-time filmmaker is putting out their debut project out there, I will always want to support somebody wanting to put out their own voice, distinct from every other filmmaker out there, because it's getting harder and harder, really, for first-time filmmakers to put their voice out there without them being compared to other people. This is a movie that the moment that Dakota Fanning's character reaches this forest, there's already this sense of mood, intrigue, and this sense of dread that's being established the moment that her car reaches these woods. And even more so the moment she finds herself within this confined room with these 3 other people. Another particular thing that I really enjoyed about The Watchers was just the overall mystery of the forest, of what was going on, why these rules set in place, what the hell is watching our main characters as they're being enclosed within this tiny little box. When they're able to go out, what's the mystery of everything? Something else that I will praise about this movie is Ishana Shyamalan's vision for what she wanted this film, because here's the thing, guys, it is absolutely clear that the moment that they reach this box, that Ishana Shyamalan has a voice in what is really a crowded box of filmmakers. It is absolutely clear that she has a visual eye, that she has something to show behind that camera. The other thing that I dug the most about this movie was the sound design. The Watchers has some great sound design, guys. There was a sequence where the way how this movie plays with sound, I actually thought was pretty damn cool. It was actually really, really cool. There are moments throughout The Watchers, especially in that first half of this movie, that show glimpses of something that could have been really, really cool.
Well, that's just fucking great!
But unfortunately, The Watchers just didn't quite get there for me. Something in particular that I must talk about is the characters, or the character development. Where was the character development in this movie? Dakota Fanning's character is our main character. She is the one that we're seeing this world through. But Dakota Fanning's character has solo development, and when it gets to a point that you're supposed to care about her character, I really didn't care. It got to a point where it's finally coming out of her, and I was just thinking, like, am I supposed to care right now? Because I sure as fuck am not caring right now. And by the way, it wasn't just her, but the other actors in this movie just... There's really nothing to the characters in this movie whatsoever. There's this one character named Daniel who, his facial expressions, I don't know what communication that he had. His facial expressions a couple of times had me giggling in the more suspenseful scenes of this movie. Where it should have had me on the edge of my seat, I was more either just bored, quite frankly, a lot of the time, or I just wasn't really giving a fuck about what was going on during this movie. And also, the performances were really, really dull. I mean, there wasn't even a note of a performance that legitimately had me caring for a character. I mean, Dakota Fanning is bringing what she can to this movie, but otherwise, guys, the performances were just straight up dull and wooden. This movie isn't particularly a scary movie, nor is it really a suspense movie. I know that The Watchers is classified as a suspense thriller with horror elements, and sure, while there are times in this movie where it does develop some okay amounts of suspense and tension. None of it ever really built and built and built it, because all the tension and all the suspense that was built up by that first half, that fuse was long diffused by the time they got to that second half. The moment that this movie gets to the second half, all that intrigue, all those ideas, and the concept of what could have been a really cool mystery suspense thriller is just, it's gone. Second half of this movie is non-stop exposition dump dialogue. And as the film keeps on going along in its second half, not only did this movie get duller and duller and duller, but by the time it got to the big thing, I was just like, I mean, okay then. It just lost me, to say the least. It really, really did. By the time this movie feels like it's about to get to its ending, it keeps going and going and going. Felt like it just didn't know when to end, and when it finally did, I was just thinking, oh, okay, so that's your ending? That's your ending? Really?
And here we go.
So overall, The Watchers started off really intriguing, and it has glimpses of something that could have been really, really cool. But once it gets to a certain point, and as it keeps going on, it not only got duller, but once it got to the big thing, blah. All in all, I'm gonna give The Watchers a 2 out of 5. I really wanted to enjoy The Watchers, but unfortunately, I left, to say the least, disappointed. I hope you enjoyed my review of The Watchers. If so, please hit the like button, or if you dislike this review, hit the dislike button. If you guys want to see my previous 2 reviews, please click it right there or right there. And of course, until my next review or video goes live, I will see you all next time.